Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Out here in the fields, I pop for my meals. I get my back into my living.
Remember I said at the beginning I didn't want to be that typical trucker who sat behind the wheel all day and never moved, never exercised. Yeah, I did that. So I woke up and I was like a lot heavier. I've always overate. I've always eaten the wrong foods. I've always eaten too much. Food has been my addiction. 2020, 2021, I really started, for the first time in my life, feeling sick. The classic diabetic signs. It got bad. I didn't feel like working out because I was tired and I had to pee all the time. And I was getting leg cramps at night. I wasn't sleeping good. I went in for blood work and they're like, you're pre-diabetic. I'm like, oh, that sucks. My A1C was 7.5. And then he's like, okay, you're gonna get on a prescription. I'm like, okay, you can give it to me. I didn't take it. And I went back like 6 or 8 months later. It says 14. Your A1C is 14. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to pay attention. This has to change. And mind you, I went to the Las Vegas meetup. Of course, I went home pretty fired up. Okay, I've got to hold myself accountable. I've got to use the street parking community. I'm going to post at least once a week of me working out. What really woke me up was I realized I've got to prioritize my health. I took that mentality of, it's just what I do. I stopped drinking altogether. Within a couple, 3 days, I was sleeping better. And then I was making better food choices, not all the time, but more consistently. And that gave me more energy to work out. So at the end of the day, when I stopped, I made sure I did something. And I started getting more consistent with that. And then posting once a week in the street parking community. And it was for my own accountability. I normally would stop at the highway rest areas and I'd grab my sandbag and my dog. There would be a picnic table. I'm like, okay, I can use that for box jumps. I realized I could do ground to overhead inside the truck. There's a lot of things I could do, step-ups onto the bunk. Then I realized, oh crap, I just figured out how not to ever have an excuse. It was amazing. I remember one particular workout I did in the truck. It was a 10-minute workout, and I'm like, I am breathing hard, I'm sweating, I'm inside the cab of the truck, and I was able to get that good of a workout in. Wow, there really is no excuses to not stay fit. And that's the biggest thing for me was just changing my mentality, having that paradigm shift of, I really don't feel like it today, but it's what I do. It's who I am. When I went back for blood work, I started feeling better. I had more energy. I'm like, holy crap, this stuff works. My A1C was at 9. So in 6 months, I dropped it from 14.1 to a 9. Wow. I didn't take any medication. I am not gonna go down that road of just taking prescriptions the rest of my life and thinking that's normal. I go back for blood work in June. I fully expect to have my A1C at a healthy range. And then one Sunday morning, I was on my computer doing work. A minute later, my phone rings. It was the mechanic where I parked the truck. And he's like, hey, I just got a phone call, your truck's on fire. You might want to get down there. I'm like, well, that doesn't sound good. And I showed up and the fire department was still on the scene. They'd put the flames out, it was still smoldering, but it burnt to the ground. I had a peace through the whole thing. I had no clue what to do next. It started becoming clear, okay, I prayed for more time at home. This is not what I meant, but I'm at home now. But I had such a peace about, okay, cool, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do next, but it's not going to be driving a truck. So I had this canine shirt I bought in canine school that I've had forever. A travel dog bowl that I've had since Iraq. My one wheel got burned up. It was in the truck and I lost it. I lost all my beanies and my dad hat and all that stuff. And then my sandbag, I was more upset about my sandbag burning up. But street parking is such an awesome community. Street parking replaced my sandbag. And then a couple days after the smoke cleared, I went digging for my ruck. Obviously the bag was burned, but the ruck plate was still intact, just had some scarring on it from the fire. GoRuck sent me a new pack. That was pretty awesome. Yeah, nothing that can't be replaced.
You've done this, it's been amazing. You've gained everything you're going to gain from it. I had to be taken out, and your truck had to burn
That's
to the
what
ground
happened to me.
to force you to move on to the next thing.
Since that happened, I said, well, now I have no income. So I cut my budget to next to nothing. I've learned how to eat at home, and I started doing some of the recipes. Now I'm learning how to cook for the first time.
Wow, you're learning so much.
And I'm 40. I should
Look at
already
you
know
growing
how to
all.
cook. But
Yeah.
The hopovers are the hardest part. Like,
Really?
that was, for me,
Yeah.
that's where I got the most fatigued.
There's no running.
being here is awesome. I can't overemphasize how much better you feel when you fuel yourself properly and when you exercise. And I'm living proof of that because I feel so much better now. It's such a different lifestyle to actually have energy throughout the day. And that's what I think has motivated me so much to actually be more consistent now than I ever have been, is actually seeing and feeling the difference. It's just life-changing.
Out here in the fields.
So I'm testing Thursday, taking the state licensing exam for my real estate license. Learn that trade, and I think I'm gonna enjoy it. But I'm definitely gonna take it somewhere for lunch.
You alright?
I knocked the window.
Prove I'm right.